Hello, my friends. Welcome back to MTDCNC. You recognize this guy, one of my best friends in the industry, and we're at VAC Motorsports today. The last time I got to visit Tony was a couple of years ago in Philly. Now, the growth of this company has been really exciting, and we have a great tour to take you on today. And as a part of that tour, we're going to talk about the relationship between CERATIZIT and what that's helped you accomplish with all these products you make, starting with kind of the completed part before we dissect it, right, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a complete engine. This particular BMW engine is one of the older S38 engines that was found in the M car. But the throttle bodies have been modified, cylinder heads have been ported, there's cylinders bored, decked, and a lot of the components that are manufactured using CERATIZIT. So, you know, it's difficult once it's a nice looking package like this. You don't know what's on the inside, but there's a lot on the inside.
You know, we try all the time, Tony. I think you do the same thing. We try all the time to connect with an audience who sees finished all day long and go, we did this. And how do we do this? Well, let's take a walk, right?
Okay,
so when I think of CERATIZIT, I think of quality. And if I look behind us, I see a Grobe, I see Mazak, I see Akuma, I see you, I see quality.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Right?
Yeah, we try to be the best we could be all the time. So over time, I've felt the need to just constantly upgrade the equipment and make sure that the shop, although we're automotive and automotive shops are typically viewed as, you know, not so nice places, we wanted it to be more like a medical facility. And we're still in the process of actually completing. We still have more work to do. This is not the finished product yet.
Well, bringing that up, you're right. I've walked into a lot of less than gleaming automotive facilities, but look at this floor. I can see the reflection. It looks like it's epoxied. It's delicious. We could eat off of it, I think.
It's a nice epoxy, and the orange, by the way, the orange theme, that was a little Tony twist.
Congratulations on those upgrades. All right, let's take a walk, my friends. You want to see how we can dissect this a little bit? Let's first take a stop at this Grobe, right? So we have this Grobe. I see a whole lot of tools here. In fact, we recently introduced the 6-flute tool in titanium for CERATIZIT as well. So you're on a Grobe. We know that Grobe is a reliable and intelligent machine. This is one of your newer machines. How do the two combine together to make parts like this? And what are we actually looking at here?
Well, this is a billet BMW block. We make it out of 6061. It goes through a pretty lengthy process, which includes heat treating after the roughing. And then obviously you can see like every single side of this block is machined. There's a lot of different tools. I think we use about 60 tools to make this block. 5-axis tool paths. So there's, you know, the process we initially used, I'm hoping to cut down with equipment like this and with equipment like this.
That's right.
So really, we can't add a whole lot more price to the product because it becomes unaffordable. So the next best thing to do is to cut down your cycle times and build it more efficiently.
Off the top of your head, approximately how many tools sit inside that machine, tool holders?
This machine will hold, it's 2 discs, 60 tool discs, but there's 3 pockets that need to stay empty. So it's 117 tool capacity in this particular
And you
machine.
mentioned this in particular has about 60 tools that you're trying to bring down thanks to products like CERATIZIT.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's take a walk over here to the Akuma machine. Looks like it says programmed by Mastercam. That's pretty cool. You got some blazer on there as well. Well done, my friend. What are we looking at here?
So these products are what we call floor mount adapters. So this product was born in the year 2000. It's the first time I made these. So you remove a BMW seat from the driver's side, passenger side, and you want to retrofit a race seat. Well, if you try to do that, it involves cutting, welding, and doing a bunch of stuff. So I came up with a pretty universal method. You take the seat out, you bolt this down into the factory locations, you have an inner, you have an outer, the seat rails go on here, and then the race seat goes in. You have adjustability front and back, and these different patterns obviously will allow for wider seats and narrower seats.
And we're utilizing CERATIZIT tooling here as well?
Yep, we're using the end mills, step drills, the form taps, and these parts obviously are made in this machine. It's going to be a process that's going to change for us. Currently, they're made in the Akuma. This has been a workhorse for us since 2015.
Nice. Still reliable.
The blocks get roughed in here, so we'll probably change the roughing to a horizontal at some point. But they've been roughed in here, so this machine can remove a lot of material quickly, efficiently. But for this, it does a wonderful job tapping. So what I'll do is I'll pull this table forward for you, and you can see all the holes that will get tapped. On this side now, on op 20, they're going to get chamfered, so you can see all the threaded holes. We've been able to, in this machine, bring cycle times down tremendously. Accuracy, finish, and you can see that. What we don't do is we don't like to tumble all our parts. We love that machined look. So when they get anodized, you can still see the tool mark. So it's critical for us to have a good quality tool that gives a good quality finish, because we don't want to tamper with that finish.
I know I'm not the first one to ever call you brilliant, but from what we're moving from step by step, the creation of what you described, making things easier in the world that you've worked in for so long, and let's walk on over to this Mazak over here. You are incorporating creative ideas, because what's that commercial when the guy was like, I'm not just the spokesperson, and he has like all this hair, right? That hair product from the 90s. You're not just making these parts, we're racing these cars, right?
Yeah. I mean, everything that we've made is made out of necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes, it is.
So when we have failures in a BMW part, because BMW builds a great race car, a great car, but not a race car. They're street cars. So what we do is we take a great car and we make it a great race car. We make products that have been failing, we improve them. That's basically how the business concept is for us, is improve products that fail.
I like
and
that
sometimes we don't wait for the failure, because we've been doing this long enough.
Preventive maintenance.
We know, just from experience, we know what needs improving before it fails now.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's slide on over to this Integrex. What I want to talk about a little bit here is obviously the products that are sitting here. We're utilizing CERATIZIT tools, but what I want to do is, in your perspective and understanding, for doing this so long, for having some of the best machines on the planet, right? Why would people want to invest in high quality cutting tools? What does that do for us? You already mentioned I want it off the machine and not tumbling, right? But there's definitely efficiency, cycle times, longer tool life. Like, I want you to discuss that, but why do you invest in product like CERATIZIT?
We try to have a source that can provide us with as much of the tools that we need. And I realize that there's not one single source that can give you all the tools.
It'd be nice if we did, though.
It would be amazing. So sometimes, we can continue to dream, Tony. We are
dreamers, you and I.
That we can continue to dream. Without a dream, we can't accomplish anything.
Yes, sir.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to pick a product, a company that can give us the different inserts for the different materials. Gives us really nice tool life, gives us really nice finishes, and for us, it's flexibility. I like flexibility. I like reliability.
Oh, yeah.
They're two key words for me, right? If we want to stay competitive in this world, it would be nice to be able to just upcharge because we have a Mazak Integrex.
Doesn't work like that, does it?
We have a Mazak HCN or a Grobe. I can't upcharge for that, right? Those machines have to earn their keep. And the way they earn their keep is by producing parts faster and better. And at that point, it's like, you know what? We just saved some time. I didn't have to raise my price, but I'm making more money to pay for these babies.
And the customers are happy because you didn't have to raise the price.
That's exactly it. That's basically the whole intent. The other thing about a machine like this is that we do have a part like this where we want to do the threading, and we have, different tool lengths that we need, the different end mills. And so you can see all the tool marks. This has not been handled by anything other than a machine. You can see the jaw marks on the subspindle over here where it kind of aluminum on aluminum. It leaves a little discoloration that we clean up. But this part we used to have to do in a couple different setups. Now on the Integrex it's done in one setup, and with all the tooling that we're using, it's done efficiently. So we're using end mills to do pocketing in here. We're using turn tools, and everything gets accomplished. Main spindle, sub spindle. I think you and I have spoken about this with the
I was just going to
Heimbuch.
say, should we give a little shout out to our friends at Heimbuch while we're here?
This is why this machine is extra efficient. Right? It's an efficient machine made more efficient by using the right tooling and the right equipment. So Heimbuch, shout out, and obviously CERATIZIT, that their tooling is getting it done.
Yeah, very well said. So let's slide over to our last cell we have over here, Tony. It looks like something I might have been at one time able to put onto a bench press bar and you know, curl at one. Not anymore. That's pretty heavy, right?
I don't know why they call them dumbbells. I think we're the dumbbells that have to pick them up.
Yeah.
You know?
I pick things up and I put them down, and now my back hurts.
Yeah. So what we've done here is we've created some fixturing that is a little unique. It's custom, I'm going to call them subplates. I made the subplates in quadrants to have flexibility. You have a boo-boo, you don't have to change a whole subplate. We can change one section of it. We can make it very flexible. We can make, if we're running a flywheel like this and then we say, oh, you know what, I need to interrupt, I have some smaller pieces that need to be done, I can just go change one section and get it done. This machine, more tooling. Again, I like efficiency. This machine is 160 tools.
Wow. Can I pick your brain on something since I have you? I know that the Grobe machine is one of your newer machines, and this machine is one of your newer machines. In fact, I believe you have another Mazak machine coming as well to support your overall operations. We're talking about CERATIZIT today and that partnership and how it's able to help you become, well, a lot of abilities, right? The flexibility and all those abilities, reliability, right? All those abilities that you have. Have you, and then we have a great Akuma vertical mill. Yep. But all the discussions I have with the audience is the horizontal mills bringing longer tool life because of the chip flush, because of the coolant flush, and the ability to virtually see it in the finish. Are you finding that there's longer tool life in horizontal machining? Are you finding there's better finish in horizontal? And I'm just picking your brain at this point, but what have you seen?
Absolutely, that's what you're going to get. All the chips are moving out of the way. So we do, when we were making some of the parts in the vertical, we won't say, you know, if we say Akuma, people are going to say, oh, it's no, the vertical. The vertical. It's a basket, and when you're making deep parts and differential covers and all that stuff, you're just catching everything in this basket, and you're kind of grinding the chips again.
And rubbing even.
Right?
So, yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
So in here, everything flushes out. So this machine was here first, and the reason the Grobe ended up being here is because it's the horizontal spindle principle for me. And what makes it even cooler and sexier is that you could actually machine inverted.
Right.
Everything falls out. So for me, efficiency is in less chip management. If you take a look at these bins, you know, around, you'll see that they're full of a lot of chips. One of those engine blocks could probably fill almost one of those bins. So you need the chips to move out. You can't have it backing up in the machine. We need that stuff to move out. So the tooling is where it all starts. The faster you can move the chips, the faster you need it to move out. Right? So it's a whole package. What do you like? A whole package. That's
we
what I
like the whole thing. We want our cake and eat it too,
exactly.
Right? We want it all.
Exactly.
Tony, thank you so much for this tour and the connection between CERATIZIT, these great machines. Congratulations on your expansion. For everyone who's watching right now, this is the expansion of VAC, and Tony continues to thrive. If you're in this world of motorsports, give these guys a buzz. You can already tell he's a creative guy. He's fixing things before they break, and when they break, he solves the issue for you. So reach out. What is your website where the guys can find you?
VACmotorsports.com. If you need the www,
we don't need that anymore, do we?
I don't think
we did back in the day, not anymore.
Yeah, you'll find it. VACmotorsports.com. Probably, if you're searching anything BMW, you're probably going to be up there anyway. Mm-hmm. And you know, thank you for your support. I thank you for your support, and I thank CERATIZIT for their support. I think they make a great product, and I'm happy to be using their tools and being able to tool lathes and mills with their products. So.
Yeah, and they're actually here today as well. It shows the support that they have for their customers and clients. I think that's important to understand, spending a good amount of time with you. So one more time, thank you all for watching. We know how valuable time is, so thank you for sharing a piece of that with us. I hope Tony TNT, dynamite, right?
TNT.
Dynamite. I hope this has been valuable for your time. Thank you so much for watching. Leave in the comments if we can answer any questions for you. If you have any more questions for Tony, we're happy at MTD to pass that on as well. Appreciate you.
Thank you.